Hi everyone, how you doing? Hope you're all well. Time for another Inquisition Wednesday with Jayhan or Jayhan, Lord of the Cats. I guess we've been looking forward to for ages. So yeah, man, hoping to have a good chat with Jayhan, find out how many cats he lords over, and with special guest Brooke, aka housewife of the Underhive. She'll be joining us from the sunny sandpit that is Qatar. I don't think there's any shenanigans or Underhive stuff going on tonight, so she'll be with us for a while. Good to see everybody joining already. Oi ADHD, thanks for joining me. Warpy, how you doing, pal? King Grato, how you doing? Sam, always a pleasure, never a chore to see your wee specky face. Hope you're well, pal. Jayhan, Jan, we'll find out how it pronounces. We'll find out how it pronounces his name soon enough. Oi, the man, the myth, the legend, the helmet. How you doing, pal?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. And how has it been, the Lord of the Cats?
Oh, it's a great pleasure. It's always a great to please all the people and cats.
And how many cats do you lord yourself over?
I have 5 of them. Recently it was 4, but now 5 as we've been blessed. Christmas time, we found a rescue cat and it was in bad state, so we took it on. If it was or anything, it wasn't. So we just took him in.
Cool, man. Your sounds a wee bit muffled there. I don't know if it's maybe the mask that's maybe muffling it or not. But
It could be.
oh, you're coming in from Cat Planet and we're having a bit of issues. How are you, Brooke? How is life in house swapping or wife swapping tonight in Qatar?
No, Jason is actually, kids in bed. Jason is downstairs playing Heresy with our Doha Warhammer group. So, and then I'm here with you guys.
Yay. So, Jan, how do we pronounce your name? Is it Jayhan, Jayhan?
Well, I'm gonna take reveal myself. So there we go. You can see me clear now. Hi there. So it's Jayhan.
Jayhan.
Jayhan. Okay.
So, thanks very much for joining us, pal. An absolute pleasure to have you on. So we're just going to jump straight in with the first question. It's actually 3 questions that we ask everybody just as a wee starter. Mm-hmm. What age were you when you first got into the plastic crack? What was the first model you painted, and who is responsible for your addiction to the plastic crack?
Technically, it would actually be metal crack, because that's the time. Lead crack actually was the time I got in when I was probably 8 or 9, and then maybe like 9 or 10, I would say, because my older brothers, they were collecting at the time. They used to collect the old miniature armies of the Warhammer at the time of like Age of Sigmar, but Warhammer style. It was the vampire skeletons my brother collected, and I went with him to one of the Games Workshop, which was in Enfield Town. I don't know if you know, like North London and such.
Sweet. And I think your addiction just went from there, and you just what was it you first collected? What was your first army?
I started off with Space Wolves.
Okay.
Really like the old style Space Wolves. It was mostly the wolves I liked, and the Viking kind of look.
All right, so we started with Space Wolves. Now, where have we evolved? What's our current project?
Yeah, man, we're having difficulty hearing you. So are you on your phone or what?
Is this better?
Oh, that's a lot
There.
Better.
Okay, so let me put it a bit more closer. So it was more. So now I collect I just collect a variety of models that I convert into cats.
Nice.
So I've started with the Space Marine cats, which was one that I just went crazy on, and I've probably got half the majority of the army now is space. A huge amount of Space Marines, Primaris that I've converted into cats. So they've all got their own theme, kind of like Lionel Johnson, obviously a lion. I've converted Roberto Gilliman as the Tiger King.
Right.
So yeah, just
Yes.
I've got Adamon, the Chaos guy. I've converted him into a cat. I do plan on getting Horace soon, but he is temporarily out of stock at the moment. So he's going to be one that's going to be a game changer for the Chaos Cat Space Marines.
That's gonna be awesome.
Also done Adeptus Kitty the Sisters of Kittens, Mechanicus cats, and Imperial the Imperial Guard as well, which are Cadian, which was the one I've mostly painted up now. If you've seen some of my pictures, you'll see I've done half of them, so pretty pleased with them.
You must have, or at some point, be planning to have a Thundercats crew. We need to have a lion, rhino. We need to have a pantera, a chitara, a kit, and a cat. Like you have to have like a kill team. I mean,
that would actually be cool.
That would be even a great gang for yourself, Brooke, for the Underhive.
Yeah. I know. I'm like, the wheels are turning. I'm like, cartoony cats.
So I have got what's his name? Who's the leader of the Thundercats? The Emperor's Champion, where he's holding up the sword. I've converted him into Lionel. Is it that?
Lionel's the leader of the Thundercats.
Catus.
Yeah. Yeah, so don't worry. Thundercats was one of the first things I've got as cats in the Space Marine Army. Do have at the moment I've who's the Inquisitor that everyone wants Henry Cavill to play. I've got him converted as a cat already.
Is it Eisenstein or the other one?
Nice.
Is it Eisenhorn or
Eisenhorn or not?
Is it Eisenhorn Kitty?
Sweet.
And then as it gets with the Imperial Guard, I do have a commissioner, but there is the best commissioner, Yarrick, with the big orc claw. So he has also been catified as well, if you can see him clearly.
That is class.
Okay, so what is the goal cat? Like, what is your, not just your next cat, but what's like the dream cat mini? Like, what's the model, and then what's the cat model off of?
So actually, I can show you, because what I want to do is I want to get all four of the Chaos Gods. I want to either sculpt them or try and 3D print them, kneeling down before the almighty god of chaos, this guy. That is going to be one of my biggest dreams, and it's just getting them all converted, and they're all kneeling down before the big kitty.
I do like to kneel down in front of a nice pussy. I do have to say that. There we go. There's the first one, folks. It only takes us 7 minutes. Don't worry, we'll have many more.
You got to have the cat puns.
You got to have
made it 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
I'm proud of you for making it 7 minutes.
Well, longer than what I lasted in my life. But there we go. So usually when you get to like when you start finding like drink and women and other things, did you ever take a wee hobby break yourself at any point?
I did a while back. I was sorting through like I sold like all my old stuff that I knew I was never gonna do and stuff like that. Like I had a massive pile of Spaceball stuff that I knew I'd never get through. So I sold it to a friend of mine. Took a break, was focusing more on work and stuff like that. And yeah, it wasn't so much as painting, but like I was still converting models. I wouldn't say too much, but just like a little break.
Brooke, sorry.
Very nice. No, I love it. So I gotta ask, why cats? So when did the cat obsession start? Like I'm a dog person. Full disclosure, I mean I have a cat too, but I also have a dog, right? So I grew up with dogs. But why cats?
Yeah, actually, it was 8 years and years ago. When I was young, I was more of a dog person. I've always been an animal person, but I think with I liked cats more because they were easy to look after as such. With dogs, it was a bit more harder, and I think with my family, we had a tragic accident with one of our dogs, and I think that like traumatized us in a way. But it was like I think cats are more easy to look after because they're more independent. But then with dogs, it's like constant. Like I did want a dog originally, but because I was working like 40 hours a week or 50 hours or 70 hours a week and stuff like that, I would never be able to like take him out early and stuff, like constant looking after and stuff. So I thought it wouldn't be fair. But yeah, I mean, I like all animals, but cats, I always say they're like mini lions with like their little razor claws.
Yeah, like I've had cats myself, and I'm a big dog lover. Like I've got an obsession, and I've got a collie currently. But before, like a few years ago, I had a black Labrador, and we had to tragically put her down. But we rescued a kitten. We called the kitten Shearer because she was just a cute cat. So
Cool.
the cat was that young that she just started getting up and clawing at my dog, who was a bitch. And after about 3 or 4 days of constantly clawing, the dog started producing milk for the cat. So watching a cat suckle off a dog, I mean, I've seen many a weird thing, right? But that is up there with one of the weirdest things that I've ever seen in my life. And when the dog died, the cat took it so bad, and then she just started disappearing for days and weeks at a time, and we've not seen her now in about a year and a half. It's just like cats are just amazing creatures.
They are. You know, all in general. I mean, all animals are great creatures. When they're treated like nicely and stuff. I've seen like videos where other animals do amazing things for other creatures and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, well now I want to know if you guys will entertain it. We have what, I think 8, 9 people last time I checked. So, all right, I know Garrett's a big cat person. You know, he has his cat that I think sleeps in the box in the bed. And I'm just picking on Garrett because he's really funny. So, what about everybody else? Let's see all the 8, 9 people. We cat or dog people or other animal of your choosing.
So, your game, I'm sorry, I'm just all over the place just now. I'm just thinking of random cat things. I just can't get the Thundercats out of my head for some mental reason, and I'm just thinking of all the conversions that you could do with cats. It's just like, it's pretty mad. So, do you just going on to like paints and that? Do you use Citadel paints, or do you use other paints? What do you use?
I actually use a whole range of paint that I can actually switch. Can I switch around, or can I quickly show you? So I use Green Stuff World. What's this one? Chimera paints. Duncan's line, AK range, and scale 75 or 4, I think. And then I use Citadel paints that I've changed into dropper bottles there. And I do have, I said AK, So I go from change of range of paints, whatever like I find, to be honest. Try them out. The other one, Turbo Daughters, I've just gotten into now.
If you can just move your camera back to where it was, because I think it's a bit muffled again.
Oh, okay. I think the holder's covering the mic. Is that better?
Oh, 100%
Perfect.
better, man. 100%
So much better.
So what would be your go-to paint then? Like, you've got the wide range there, but what would you use more than what you wouldn't use?
That's a hard question, to be honest. Because I always, it's weird. I paint unorthodox method. It's a method of madness. I paint from not base into like a base that still stands out as such, and it's kind of weird, but it's the tone I like a darker tone.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
All right, now now I'm curious because I am a diehard like Disney fanatic. What is your favorite Disney cat? Favorite Disney cat?
Ooh,
Yeah.
does Garfield come under Disney or?
No, but I do like Garfield. I'll accept it.
So my top cats would be Garfield, Top Cat.
Top Cat's not your top cat. that is banning at your order. That is sacrilege, man.
I was expecting some like Thomas O'Malley, O'Malley the Alley Cat, Aristocats.
Yeah, Thomas is definitely my one of my favorite. Tom and Jerry was always oh god, there's so many cats. I don't think of them off the top of my head. I mean, is this Samurai Pete's Cats? Yes, thank you, Bernard. That was one of my. Yeah, I actually have the original. They were just before Bandai came. They were like the model kits. I've still got them in the loft of the like model kits of the Samurai Cats that I do not want to touch because they're like worth so much. So I'm like, oh my god.
I think that's going to be Inferno Miniatures' next project, because he did his take on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He now has to do a Pizza Cats conversion now.
Oh, I do have I do want to do I've got some 3D files of Samurai Pizza Cats, but they will be eventually, because I've tried to place an order. They're in waiting for because they've been sold out. I've been pre-ordered them again. Is the Gumdan Cats? They released these like Gumdan Hello Kitty versions of cats, the Gumdan suits. So placed an order for them and just waiting for them to come.
And then what I take it, right? No, I'm not trying to put pressure on you to spend your hard-earned money on converting stuff, but I take it having a massive Imperial Knight with a cat's head on top is what the dream would be.
It's funny you do say that. I do actually have a Imperial Cat Knight, but there is plans for a Warlord Titan cat soon that I am going to use. You must know Robocop Ed 209.
Yeah.
I've got a Hot Toys version of it that has the old foam on it is broken and stuff like that. So there plans to be a massive cat head on it, and yeah, there is planned works for it.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is it sounds like the Inquisition needs to host a cat miniature painting contest.
Well, that could be done, Brooke. Like, you're putting me under pressure here. Like, I've lost enough here.
Hey, I'm just saying, you knew you were signing up for who knows what by inviting me to come on. I'm just saying, good idea, Fairy, right here, because I'm not the one who's going to have to do the work. You
And I don't often regret having co-hosts on, but I really am regretting bringing on our neighbours from across the pond at this precise moment in time. But yeah, like man, like there's just so much there's just so much you could do with cats, and then you could have like the great cat off. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that would be good. Like,
And
maybe that's what it was. Maybe one of the lost primates was a cat. And then probably just get rid of them because they just kept knocking stuff off the shelf when they were doing like briefings and war meetings and stuff.
that would be awesome.
Just shitting in a box. Do you know what I mean? Like some kids are doing now in high school. They're just pooing in boxes and like just knocking stuff. Maybe he just knocked over Rebecca Gilliman's fucking cup off the shelf too many times. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, no, you're done. We'll send in the space wolves because wolves are scared. Wolves will hunt the cats down. But I like. And do you paint anything else other than, like, obviously,
So I do.
a big thing, but do you do other things other than?
Yeah. So I could quickly show you one of my other projects. So for an art challenge, for one of my YouTubers I follow, I do. They do like art challenges. I did this Cthulhu monster coming out of the water. I don't know if you can see clearly.
Yeah.
So he's feeding cats.
Yeah.
And other things, hang on, you did a space cat as well. Originally, I was going to do a whole. I designed this model myself, 3D printed as well.
Very cool.
Anyone wants any 3D printed stuff? Go to Warrior Prints 3D. Amazing quality. Sorry, he's going to fall over.
Litter trays are not included, people. Are you okay, man?
Yeah, no, it just fell off the shelf.
Well, it is cats, isn't it? Things are
he knocked himself off.
At least it probably landed on all four legs, so I'm sure it's fine.
Actually, yeah, he did kind of landed on his side, but he's fine. So. Other projects I do as well. A while back, I did a diorama of stormtroopers led by Darth Vader being attacked by aliens from the Alien franchise. That was one of my favorite ones because I had Vader force pushing the Xenos, and they made them look like they're flying off and stuff like that. And the next big project I want to do is, because at the moment I'm playing a video game called Starship Troopers Extermination, a really addictive game. I love it to bits. Similar to Helldivers, and but you're playing a bigger team, which is better. I'm going to do Stormtroopers being overswarmed by the arachnids from Starship Troopers.
That'd be pretty cool. At least they would hit something. Do you know what I mean?
That does sound cool.
Thank you.
All right, so taking a deeper layer, the man behind the cat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what are your other interests and loves? Like obviously, you're big bleeding heart for animals. I feel you. Same here. Sounds like a lot of our audience tonight is too. But what else? Like, do you have again, scratching under the cat surface, the man behind the cats? What else you got?
Some of my other hobbies, besides like animals and stuff, I collect comic books, like anime. Huge superhero geek fan, so I'm a big Batman and Superman fan. I do like Marvel as well. I collect.
DC's obviously better though. Big DC girl right here. Overall.
Oh, cool. I honestly like the whole debate about like which one's better. I always say they're just superheroes in the end. They're going to do the same thing, and they're awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's what else? I started getting into Lego as well. I've got a bit of a Star Wars Lego collection. But I give most of it to my brother with his nieces. Lego just released out the first like Lego build cat, and I bought that. I haven't built it yet, but it's like I've spent more money collecting. You think Warhammer's expensive?
Oh,
Lego is. Oh my god!
It's
I
so
spent
bad.
£10 on a one piece just to find this one piece. I was like, because I want to, as I love converting things, and I want to convert the Lego cat to look like one of my tuxedo cats as well. So
Yes.
it's
Oh my
going to be.
gosh. Yeah, you're not kidding. The amount of money spent on Lego. I mean, it might rival Warhammer in our house too, especially because so my daughter, she is graduating from the Duplo, the big Lego,
Oh,
to like the 4 to 6 year old. Like,
oh yeah,
it's the tiny pieces, but they're easier to, put
oh
together, not
yeah,
as intricate designs. Between that and then I definitely have that massive old school Disney Castle Lego, the one that, they released.
yeah.
Like,
Oh wow, that's cool.
it's so good. Ellen Frey, I'm 10 years deep in Lego Star Wars. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. See, it's so good.
nice one,
Oh,
photo.
you work in the Lego shop. Oh man, okay, so we know where we're getting our Lego hookup now.
Yeah, Richard builds
Cool.
houses all week and then builds Lego stuff at the weekend, and his wee other jobs that he does, just picking up Lego pieces.
So good. So good.
Nice.
Did you guys ever watch that show? What was it? Lego Masters.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah.
So good.
That's insane.
So good. Yeah. Yeah.
I like the when they do the durability tests and stuff like that, just to see. That's always a tension one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Mrs. Holmes would allow me to pick up another hobby because I've got fishing, which is expensive enough, and I've got the Warhammer stuff, and I've got more stuff coming tomorrow that she doesn't know about. So I'm hoping that she's at the house when my delivery comes tomorrow, and I can hide that away and just say, "Oh, it's always been there." Do you ever find that with your partners or the people you live with that it's just a never-ending? Like you're in first name terms with the Amazon guy, and you're actually inviting him in for dinner.
Yeah. So postman Royal Mail with us. My parents always answer the door to him, and I'm there with the Ring camera, just making sure the parcel gets delivered as well.
Yeah.
So.
That's where it's bad here. Whenever we lived stateside, I could always hide the Amazon packages before my husband saw them. But now they get delivered to the military base, and so they go straight to him. So he's not bringing them home. So there's no hiding the Amazon packages anymore. None. No hiding.
Yeah, like I did go through a stage where I was started collecting vinyl albums again, but they are ridiculously expensive now. You know what I mean, especially like some of the old ones that you're maybe looking for, like Hadaway or Bananarama or stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I'm London Boys. There's a band called the London Boys, right? And they were based from London. It was just basically two guys that were really good looking, really fit, and just danced. They had a few songs. But yeah, man, I was trying to find that album, and then when I found it, it was ridiculously expensive. But yeah, I just left that. But
I love it. The Bear Pains. My wife would kick me out if I started any more hobbies. I feel like that's how my husband probably feels about me, right? I make the joke. I mean, it's the Real Housewife of the Underhive, but I'm not a housewife, and mainly I'm not a housewife. Well, one, I love my job, but two, it's because we have to be dual income for me to keep up with my hobbies of Warhammer and Disney trips, because Disney trips is a very, very expensive hobby.
Oh wow!
yeah, you're a proper Disney princess, Brute.
Yeah, I'm not a very well kept woman. I gotta fund my addictions.
Do you ever go?
You can worry about the college kids, the college fund later for Brooke Junior. It's all about Brooke Senior right now, and our Underhive and our plastic tracking Disney princess addiction.
Exactly.
Do you ever go
But
to
it's funny because I
Star
know
Wars
how
Galaxy?
much. Yeah, but I know how expensive Warhammer is, so it's funny because it's all fun and games if you're, you and your partner hobby together until you know how expensive it is. And so I know how, like, whenever he orders stuff on Netflix, there's no hiding in a plastic crack. I know how much money he's spending.
So, you have any other hobbies? Like you say you play computer games. What sort of computer games are you into then, Jayhan?
So I do like my first-person shooters. So from Doom to a recent now is Starship Troopers. I do play some old, not as much Call of Duty as CS:GO and stuff like that. The old school Valve games. Half-Life and stuff like that. Do you like to play them?
I used to play Counter-Strike when it was 1.6.
Counter-Strike, yeah.
I used to play in a week. I used to train twice a week back in the day. Had a clan, and we all met in Blackpool one year. It was
nice.
quite UK. But yeah, we had a couple of guys from London, a couple of guys from Belgium, guy from Denmark. Our clan was all over. We had one lassie from America.
Cool.
Obviously, she never flew over for the weekend. That would have been mental for her to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to play Black Ops, and I like Black Ops, and I like Black Ops 2, but I kind of just fell away from it. I'm a big Dark Souls fan, and I love that kind of. So I'm going through Elden Ring. Again, have you dabbled in Elden Ring or Dark Souls at all?
Dark Souls I've played. Elden Ring I haven't touched because I don't know. It does tickle me, but I'm not really wanting to play it. I think for the fact that I don't think my computer can handle it as much with. At the moment I've got a certain amount of storage left. I can't really. I need to get a new hard drive and everything. Yeah. Gears of War was one of my favourites as well.
And what about you, Brooke? Do you dabble in any computer games, or is it just Disney princesses and American Pie?
Not computer games, but definitely PlayStation, Xbox games of the sort. So right now, I'm really big in the Disney Dreamlight Valley. If you haven't heard of it, it's basically Disney Animal Crossing.
Cool.
Which is kind of really silly. I did dabble in Assassin's Creed for a little while. That's probably as violent as I got as far as video games go. Jason's on a campaign to try to get me to play more Halo, but it's not working out very well. I'm just not very good at it. I like video games. I like chill video games, right? And it's Disney Dreamlight Valley. That's more my speed. It's more my speed. The Animal Crossing Lego.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh wow! Didn't know it was Animal Crossing Lego.
I didn't either. That's awesome.
Oh, Inferno's a man to go for Lego stuff. He knows his Lego. So yeah, Jayhan, you're obviously a big cat man. So I'm imagining in my head a lot of broken waters about there, as you can tell with this podcast. I'm imagining that you've got a big, massive lion tattoo or some sort of cat tattoo. How many cat tattoos do you have? And if you have none, then you're no longer Lord of the Cats.
So it's actually funny because I do have 2 tattoos, but when I got them done, my skin blotched up so much that I found out that I'm allergic to the ink in tattooing.
Right. So
because originally I wanted to get 50 cat tattoos for the Guinness Book of Records.
No. Wait a minute. Hold on. That's a Guinness Book of Records?
Apparently, well, not for just cat ones.
Okay.
No one has 50 cat. I think you can. It's either 50 or 100, but I can't remember the rule if the rules have changed right now. But yeah, well, originally the plan was to get like 50 little cat tattoos all around me. But eventually I'll try to. I was going to go because I found that they've changed the chemical now in inks and stuff, so I will try and go back. But then, like a friend of mine that I wanted him to do my tattooing, unfortunately passed away at the time, and so I was like, I went to another place to get a tattoo for a small one. They charged me. They wanted £400. I was like, what, for a small tattoo?
No.
I was like, that's a bit too much. Like, there wasn't even much detail in it, so it does. I think with like tattooing now, the price is very high. But I mean, if you're getting a good quality one, then I can understand.
Oh yeah, like it's all about finding your artist. Like when I got my Death Guard tattoo, it took me 5 years to find somebody to get the tattoo done. And it's the size of my calf, and it was like 5 hours. The guy's got it's only tattoo artist I go to now in Donegal. He's tattooed everybody in my family, but my granddaughter and my son. He's tattooed my 3 daughters, my wife, and myself. But yeah, you want to find a good tattoo artist as well.
Yeah, someone you trust that will not mess it up and stuff. So it was quite like a hit and miss trying to find. I went all around like London, everywhere, finding all the tattoo shops and stuff, and it was it was just hard. Like, I obviously missed my friend, but I knew he was going to do amazing jobs with it. So
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
That's...
What about you, Brooke? You look as though you've got a few spring break regrets tattooed somewhere on you. Do you have any tattoos?
I do. I have 2. I'm designing a Disney tattoo. So it's funny because you guys talk about tattoo artists in London. I'll have to get your recommendations. But I have one that I got when I was younger on my ribs, and then Jason and I got the castle we got married in while we were tipsy on our honeymoon.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah. So not too many, but my first tattoo is a Japanese symbol for courage. I got it where my mom could not see it. Oh, the irony.
That's
Are you
another
sure it
thing
says
as well.
courage?
That is not saying courage. That is saying I'm a
It doesn't actually say courage.
Yeah, and definitely, Richard, that is not saying courage. That says I'm an idiot, or it's saying like dumplings in a sweet and sour sauce.
Exactly, yeah, it's very sweet and sour sauce.
Yeah. So
fried rice.
I've got a few tattoos. Like I've got some nerd ones on my legs, and I've got a Death Guard on my right leg. I've got the Eye of Horus on my arm. I've got a Star Wars tattoo. My first tattoo was a Yosemite Sam.
Oh, cool.
Very nice.
And then me and my wife don't wear our wedding rings, mainly because she's pretty much lost hers and I don't like to wear jewellery. So we decided 2 years ago to get our each other's star symbols tattooed in our hands.
Oh, that's nice.
Now, so my star sign is Taurus, so it's like a wee circle with 2 horns. Her star sign is Leo. So basically, I get a sperm tattooed on my finger.
Oh, cool.
That's so funny. Very nice. Jason has a big eye, the Inquisition eye. So don't you have to ask him about that whenever you talk to him next?
He's on in September, so I'm looking forward to finding out the real story, the real Brooke behind the curtain. We're looking forward to.
Yeah, you have to ask him to show off his branding tattoo for you. You know.
Yeah. So and when you are converting your cats, your space marines into cats, and I'm surprised that nobody's came at you because like the whole women can't be space marines, but it's perfectly fine for your cats to be space marines. When you're doing your conversions, what do you like to nibble on? What would be your crisp of choice?
So wait, what do you mean by
Like I like a good packet of cheese and onion crisps. What would be
what to eat while I model?
Yeah. When you're...
Oh no, I actually have a no food policy near my models. I don't eat while I'll take a break or go eat somewhere and do greavies. Yeah, so I do have to feed my cats because like my cats will come here, and I've got one cat that actually he will urinate on my paints.
Nice.
So I've had to I've picked up a paint and I'm like, what's this yellow stuff on it? Oh my god, no! And I have to wash all my paints and stuff. So they're like, because they'll smell food here, and it's like it's one of the just having them. And now I have a like a plastic sheet over here, so that if he does it sprays back onto him, so he knows not to do it anymore.
But see when you're having your wee break, then what would be your crisp of choice?
Yeah.
Crisp of choice. So I have Twiglets are my favourite crisps. Yes, I love Twiglets.
I never get any Twiglets. They're like the poor man's knickknacks.
Yeah, that's it. It's like for me, it's that they're actually healthy, and you can just eat the whole packet and not be like, oh.
But there's no. That defeats the whole purpose of a chip, of a crisp.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, listen to Brooke. She comes from a place where they deep fry everything including crisps.
Yeah.
So if I was to go for an unhealthy one, it would be McCoy's.
Yeah, but what flavour?
Chicken or cheese and onion.
Marmite. Yeah, you're bang on, Dante. Marmite flavour knickknacks is Twiglets. The only good thing about Twiglets, was their adverts. That was the only good thing about Twiglets. What is your least favourite crisp to munch on that you would avoid like the plague?
I hate salt and vinegar.
Oh.
I'm not a salt and vinegar. I can't. I actually didn't realise they recently changed the packet of salt and vinegars to red now in the Walker's Crisps.
Did they change them back?
Yeah, they're red now, the salt and vinegars. They used to be blue before.
Mm-hmm.
I picked up one thinking these are already salted, and I was starting eating them. My mouth, like, you know how you eat a lemon, and it just went, I was like, oh my god, nope.
But is that not, I mean, nobody likes salt and vinegar crisps, but is that not part of the enjoyment, is just feeling your mouth just like disintegrate? And it's the only thin part of my body, really, is when I'm eating a packet of salt and vinegar crisps, and the lining, it's like the alien blood just eating through then the straw.
So
you know what I mean? It's like Pringles is a prime example of that. You cannot get through an entire
Pringles. I'll devour a whole can. They're like crack.
No.
Hey, Rich, you're mental. You all are mental. Rich, don't tell me you don't eat a good bag of crisps. Come on.
Yeah, listen. Richard can't speak to anybody. He likes to eat quavers and a sandwich with sour cream. Now, that is just disgusting. That is just like out of London, headlight off. I mean, not even people in America would eat that, and they eat anything.
Okay, I've actually tried a quavers in sandwich, but not with salad cream. I can't stand salad cream.
Okay, wait. So tell me, what are you guys saying?
Quavers. They're a type of crisps.
Oh, you never had quavers? Oh, well,
I don't.
I need to think
they don't have. No, they don't have a quavers
Is there
in
a
America.
different word? Someone tell me. Is there a different word for quavers?
No, that's just what they are. That's what they're called, quavers.
I don't think
it's
so.
Like, have you ever had skips in America? Do you ever have skips? No. So skips are like this.
They're kind of like floured shape.
They melt in your tongue. It's pretty weird.
They dissolve.
Yeah. Wow.
This is what happens, right?
In
the land of the free. This is what happens in the land of the free when you are too busy celebrating 4th of July and Thanksgiving Day. You are missing out on the greatest snacks ever invented.
Yeah, hold on. I like Dante. Gareth is right. I like this care package to go out there with all the crisps. Yep. I need some crisps.
Yeah, we will send you some quavers.
Some crisps
and some
in my life.
Chips. Well, crisps are just chips for you. Like we call chips as in like deep fried stuff.
Yeah, French fries. Yeah, it's weird.
That's chips. Yeah, none of this. But yeah, so when you're eating your McCoys and your manky Twiglets, what would you wash it down with? What is your soda for the Americans here?
I don't really drink much soda nowadays. I do drink. I'll have like I used to be a massive fan of Dr. Pepper, but after
I do love Dr. Pepper. Soda doesn't love me, but I can't get soda. I drink it. I love Dr. Pepper.
Drink much due to health reasons now, so I just drink water with fruit coloring or something like fruit cordial kind of things, stuff in there, kind of like berries and stuff.
Oh yeah, I like a good diluting juice myself. I like a good orange squash.
Yeah.
But Dr. Pepper is
my go-to liquid would always be coffee, no matter what time I drink coffee.
Why do you like coffee?
Oh, because coffee is like what takes over half my blood, probably.
So what? A Nescafe or a Maxwell House or a Kenco, man, or Dewey and Egberts? They're quite a good wee coffee. What would be your coffee of choice then?
The last one you said, Dude Edberts. Yeah. I can never say the name of it. But
exactly.
They're the one. Yeah, they're the one. I'll drink any coffee. I'll drink. There is one coffee I want to try and get. That's actually the method of it is where they feed the coffee beans to these cats and they poop it out and then they filter it. I heard that and I was like, oh my god. and my brother I've got a brother in North Carolina, and he said he's tried it, and he said you'd love that coffee. So I was like, okay, but still, it's like, because I saw it in it was in Morgan Freeman with Jack Nicholson in it, and it was a funny scene where they talk about how this coffee is so amazing, and Morgan Freeman realizes what the coffee is, and he doesn't tell him, and then I think it's on his like end of his deathbed kind of thing. He tells him what the coffee is, and they just break out laughing.
Right, so Gareth, have you had the cat processed coffee?
Oh, you have it? Oh, no way. Very, very good.
Oh my God, this is descending into complete heresy, this entire podcast. Like, I thought quavers in a sandwich with sour cream was disgusting, but cat poop coffee?
Well, you think about it, don't the Imperial Guard grinded up meal bones and stuff in their rations?
But that's fine. That's not cat poop.
The best coffee, and Jason gets frustrated because I get it, I Amazon it here, is Joffrey's Coffee. It is the exclusive coffee supplier of Walt Disney World, and they have Disney-themed coffee.
I thought you were going to say Joffrey from Game of Thrones or something. I thought that's where that was going, to be honest with you. The official coffee from the worst person in Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Which, by the way, I started House of the Dragon. Have you guys watched House of the Dragon?
Not yet. I need to watch season 1 first. Ah, cool.
I'm 5 episodes in.
In the first season or the second season?
The first season. I just started it. Period.
Yeah, it's pretty much just European royal families, but set in Westeros. That's really all it is. Like, it's basically just all the royal families banging each other, and they're all related, and that's really it. That's European history in a nutshell. Now, I can understand why the Americans wanted to leave, because like, who wants to be shagging your cousin? I mean, obviously, people way down south in places or other countries and that like to do that sort of thing. I'm not pointing any elbows, Edinburgh or Aberdeen in Scotland, but like, we all know he's inbred. But so obviously we've covered the excellent. So we've covered the coffee, we've covered the sweets and the crisps. What do you like to watch? What's your go-to TV show when you're trying to unwind after a hard day, Cat?
So I just like binging through YouTube. I watch other YouTube video game YouTubers, or like DIY like models and stuff like that. At the moment, I am watching a show that was it's 2019. It's called Evil. It's quite cool because it's to do with like religion. It's got the actor from Luke Cage in it, and a couple of other cool characters in it, and they only do like it shows like where people have sinned. They've got these like demons on them and stuff, and they've got to like find the causes of these and stuff like that. It's quite interesting at the moment. I do like other sci-fis, the Boys and stuff like that. It's one of my favourites. What else?
Have you watched From yet?
From no, that's I got a bucket list shows that one, and I think there's Dark as well that I need to watch.
From is brilliant. Have you watched From, Brooke?
No, and I cannot take show recommendations from someone who watches Love Island. Okay, I don't even watch Love Island.
You know what? I actually started watching the American Love Island, and it's absolutely way better than the UK one. Honestly, it's actually, everybody's got their guilty pleasures in life. Like, I'm 45 years old. I can admit that now. I do. Like, if my wife is watching something and I get sucked right in, and that's it. It's the only sucking that's getting done in my house now because I'm married, right? No judgment. But From is really good. It's basically, this family gets into a wee town and they go, oh, can you point us to the I-5 or whatever motorway? And they go, yeah, just drop the road and turn left. And they just end up in a loop. They go back to the same place they started. Like, once you enter this village, you can't leave. But at night time,
It's from the one where they can't escape the little thing. There's ghosts that come out at night time or something.
yeah.
Yes. I've not seen it, but I've seen like a clip of it on. I know the one.
Pretty good. Freaky. Me and Mrs. Holmes have an agreement. If anything scary comes on, then I accompany her to the toilet, and she doesn't give me frights. So yeah, that's the rules that we have in the house. We'll watch Love Island, and we won't frighten each other as long as I accompany her to the toilet. But yeah, I've not watched this season of The Boys yet, and I've not watched. Cause I think it's from in different parts, isn't it? So I'm just kind of leaving that. And I'm working my way through season 2 of House of the Dragon. There's more dragons action, more dragon on dragon action than there was in Game of Thrones, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
I need to catch up on that.
To be fair, my guilty pleasure is Babylon 5.
Oh,
cool. Okay, there we go.
Babylon 5 was decent. It was way better than that disaster of a TV show, which was a film. Stargate, I just didn't understand that at all. That was ridiculous.
What are those shows you guys watch over again? Like for example, every probably 3 or 4 years, I will rewatch the entirety of The West Wing because I'm just a nerd. Like, what's a show that you guys watch?
Yes,
like you always go back to and rewatch.
Smegheads. Hope so.
Okay.
So for me, it would be the reimagined Battlestar Galactica. I love that show. It was so good. It was so good at the time. There were a lot of issues that were happening about that, like early 2000s to late 2000s, and Only Fools and Horses. Can he be you can't beat a good bit of Only Fools and Horses.
American Office. That is good.
Have you ever watched the British Office version?
I have not. I don't know if Inferno has, but I have not.
I'm
but
sure
I like the guy who plays
Ricky Gervais
counterpart. Yeah. Whoever Steve Carell's counterpart.
Yeah. I watch a lot of his stand-up stuff as well. He's so funny.
He's so funny. I do like his stand-up a
lot. Going back to shows, so once in a while I'll redo the whole season of Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh, I love
that. And it will be
forever.
10th one time I've watched the whole thing. So I love that show. That is a representation of my family in a way.
I think it's a representation of everybody's family.
Exactly.
One of my favorite couple of my favorite bits of Malcolm in the Middle is when Malcolm asks his dad to teach him how to start skating, and everything goes dark.
It goes down. Once you go down this path,
his brothers go, "Just do what you have to do." And the other one is when Dewey gets put into the special class. And you see the boy is just like the boy with the ginger afro who's mental, and Hal gets him to like colour in all the letters and the A's and the P's, all the wee gaps. And Malcolm goes, "How nuts are you, Dad?" And he goes, "This is my 7th set of encyclopedias." I just love Malcolm Middle. It's such a good show.
So good. The funny thing about that is Malcolm in the Middle, Breaking Bad, and X-Files are all done by the same directors.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Writers, so that's why they're such good shows.
That's time break. Did you ever watch and the guy who says not The Office when I say okay, what about Parks and Rec? Because up there with The Office for me is Parks and Rec.
Yeah, I've seen bits. I've not seen the whole lot of it, but I do like Parks and Rec. I like the true American guy where he's always like it's bacon and.
Ron Swanson.
That's it, Ron Swanson. Yeah.
I love.
So cool.
So again, because I love West Wing, right? I love Rob Lowe. And Rob Lowe is also in Parks and Rec, and I love Rob Lowe in anything and everything.
Yeah, Gareth, you're bang on there. The Iron Brew adverts are absolutely top tier adverts. Even up in Scotland when they did the billboard adverts, people were complaining about them. And if you've not seen an Iron Brew, do you know what Iron Brew is, Brooke?
Yeah, isn't it a drink?
Yeah, so Iron Brew are get probably one of the best marketing campaign departments ever. Go on YouTube and look at some of their adverts. They did a snowman parody where it's like the snowman's flying through there and all that.
Oh yeah.
Some of their adverts,
Yeah.
some of their adverts are absolutely brilliant. I actually had the privilege and the pleasure. I actually had the privilege and the pleasure of being at a filming of an Iron Brew advert. So I was at one of my local football team, St Munwer, it was at half time, and they basically said they're going to do an Iron Brew advert, and it's basically streakers come on and they start running about the pitch, and the whole advertisement campaign for Iron Brew at the time was it was phenomenal, and they had the song phenomenal, phenomenal. But it's like they had people running about the football. They weren't naked in the state. They were obviously wearing modesty pads and stuff. But yeah, the Iron Brew adverts, probably them and Tango adverts. Tango adverts were a big thing when I was in high school. You weren't allowed to slap people in the face or shout oranges in their ears. Did you ever get that yourself, Jayhan, in school?
Yes, well, I think I remember that. Yeah, that was quite.
Because Tango was like a really cheap drink that you wouldn't be seen dead drinking, and then they hired a bunch of students out of art school, and they went, well, we want to do this advertisement campaign, and we want to make it a cool drink. So what they did is, well, why don't we just do this? And they had this. One of the adverts was they had this wee fat orange man, but you never seen the advert. You never seen him at the start, and then it was like these two Geordie boys would go, "Oh, rewind the advert," and it was basically this wee fat orange guy would run up beside somebody and then just swat them in the face. And then the other advert was the same content, same advert.
That's it.
He ran up beside somebody and shout oranges in their ear, and then you're Tango. You know when you've been tangled, and that was
that was the God.
And it made Tango go from a cheap drink to Coca-Cola in the space of a week.
That's it.
Okay, I'm envisioning the Kool-Aid Man because I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Just go on and type in Tango adverts, and you'll see the advert from the early 90s, and you'll understand what we're talking about. It was a brilliant idea.
Oh, I'm excited. Okay, yeah, I got homework.
So many good adverts to see, and so just to go back to painting this now, Jan. When you're painting, what brushes do you use? Hello, kitty cat.
So brushes, I use the Artist Opiums. I've got Windsor, Army Painter. What other ones? I use a cattail.
Love it.
What would be your favourite brush? If you could just use one brush type, what would it be?
The Artist Opiums. I like them. They're good range.
Yep. Oh man.
And what's that cat's name?
This is Totoro.
Oh.
He's a big boy. He's not been well at the moment. I think he's got a little bit of sniffles.
Oh, poor thing. He's like, you're not paying enough
and
attention.
that's his butt.
And that's for the only cat fans out there. For the only cats.
Oh.
Perfect. So what ages do your cats in? What age do they range from?
So from oldest, it's Bondrick the Terror. He is he's a tuxedo cat, black and white. He is 16 or turning 17 soon.
That's a good age.
Yeah, he's a bit of a he only wants to sleep outside. He doesn't like being inside. So he's got a little fortress outside. And then the next oldest one is Cosmo, his sister from another litter. They came from the same mum. And he is 11 now. And she gave birth to Totoro and Mogwai. They're both brothers. There was a third one, but he unfortunately didn't make it. They're 9 years old. He's 9 years old now. He's a little boy. And Jonesy the Tiger, the newest to the addition of the family, he is, I think he's about 4 or 5 years old. He's still quite young.
And are you catted out just now, or is there always room for another cat in the family?
I would get more if I wanted. I would get more, but my father will go crazy, so I won't do it. And it's quite, because they're outdoor cats as well. So recently I've had to put up a lot of the fencing, because we did have a at the end of the road there was a the family at the end, they had a dog that would stop my cats from going into the high road. But now, because I believe the dog was an XL bully, I think it got stolen or taken away. I'm not sure, which was quite sad. But now the new cat, Tiger, he will go into the high road and go into the big park over the. He will go into the big park and in the high road and everything, and he would like sit in the middle of the road, which was a nightmare. So I had to block off the fence and everything, like put fencing up.
So funny.
You got anything to ask Brett there? I'm stealing the thunder here. You got any questions?
I don't think so. I'm trying to think. Man, I've asked all my
So I'm saying I've got a question here then. So just on your mask, is that like modelled on a particular cat? Do you have more than one, or how long do you expect that mask to last before you have to replace it?
So, funny enough, this is the second model of this mask. I did have a first one, which I did like my first like Instagram like reveal and stuff, but I think someone sprayed on it and the foaming in the inside's gone as well. So I wore it to a cat convention in February, but I mean it doesn't smell or anything, so I hope it's just the inside's fading away. Yeah. But what I know Totoro used to sleep on it quite a bit, and his brother gets jealous sometimes, so he would, wherever he would do, he will mark like, no, this is not your place, it's my place now. Yeah. Brother rivalry. So this is the newer version, and I keep this like in a case that's like, so no one can get to it.
And did you make it yourself?
No. Funny enough, I bought it in Morrison's in a shopping. It was Halloween time, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "I need this." And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, I think it was £12.
Oh, brilliant!
And I was like, "I gotta get this." It was like funny. Going up to the cashier, buying alcohol, and then this cat mask. The cashier was looking at me like, I was like, "Yes."
That's awesome. He's like, I'm not going to ask any questions.
Yeah. So, do you will you design it like, so obviously this is your second one. Will you maybe try and make your own one then, or maybe design? Have you got a design in mind for other?
Eventually, I'm planning to go to Japan for a while, and I know a place where they do full-on cat costumes.
Yeah.
So I really want to get a full-on cat costume, like really cool. And there's this Japanese people I follow on Instagram. They sell these drinks, and the lady dresses in a full-on cat costume, and it's like I'm always like, oh my god, I need this.
And when you whipped it, I know that you wore the cat head and salute because like Casey was there, and you seen Richard and Grim when you were there as well. You got a picture taken with them. Did people try to take it off? Or
no.
Can people be annoying with it to like, oh, it just shows your face and that sort of thing?
No, I've not really had any problem. The only time when I was at a cat convention, someone budged into me, and that was it. And I kind of like looked at them, and like I took the hat off, and I looked at them, and I think they were like, oh shit, he's pissed, kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, I'll just let it go. I'm not bothered.
And how many times have you seen Cats, the play?
Sorry?
How many times have you seen Cats, the musical?
Ooh.
Never. No,
What about
sorry.
listening to the soundtrack? You listen to the soundtrack at least?
Not really.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's one thing. I mean, for me, it's the only Aristocats. That's it. That's the only thing musical,
That's
but
good. I'll
not
take
the.
that.
Oh, what's that? That chubby English comedian. That he's in the States now. Gordon something. Is it? Oh, I don't know. He does the chat shows. He was in.
Oh,
He was in.
James Corbin.
That's it. Yeah, he ruined that movie.
Okay.
That's for me. So I can't really. Yeah, I can't really say that I like that. No, I'm sorry. I did try to watch it, but I had to turn it off because it just. I'm not a big musical
Oh,
in that way, so. Although it sounds weird, but
it's
yeah,
not weird.
the one thing.
So when
Nice
you're
with the
doing
heart though.
when you're doing your painting and your conversion, what do you? Because a lot of people like to listen to podcasts or music or the Inquisition. What do you like to listen to, or do you do it in dead silence like a
I
dead person?
I do. No, I need something in the background, so I'll either listen to the radio. I actually sometimes I'll have the radio on and a audiobook or a podcast on.
Ah.
So
What
I can do
audiobook are you listening to?
the audiobook I'm listening to at the moment. It's Warrior Cat. It's a novel by Erin Hunter. She does these basically these wild cats that live outside of like in forests and stuff, and they have like a community there, and they avoid humans, and they call like normal house cats kitty pets and stuff like that. It's quite cool because they get into like really big battles, and you think it's like a kid's book, but there's some gore in it as well, like a cat's throat being ripped apart and stuff. It's like it does have its quite like interest, and you get to like it's like Game of Thrones. You get to the really cool character, and then they die, and you're like, no, it was like I'll just get loving that character. It's like, but it's a cat as well, so you're even more in love with it.
Also, more attached.
So yeah, so it's got its values and stuff. So a good series.
And what about you, Brooke? Like when you're painting, did we ask you that when you were on? What was it you listened to, or what do you do?
What? No, you're part of my community playlist. I've been listening to my community playlist that I made that people have been adding to. It's actually it's super legit. Got
Yeah, I
some.
mean, there's some banging tunes on there, and there's some Britney Spears on there as well. Do you know what I mean? Like there is
Yeah,
some.
I've ended up actually finding some new music through there too that people have added to. It's good. So I've been listening to that. So whenever I paint, it's good. You guys have put some good stuff on there.
Especially when you think that you know how somebody's musical taste is going to be, and then they put in like the most random tune that you wouldn't think that they would put in. It's like that's a bit weird. I wasn't
Yeah,
expecting.
exactly.
Was it?
And yes, I do.
I
I
wasn't
do.
expecting Norwegian death metal off a. Do you know what I mean? Bench or
Yeah,
something. Do you know what I mean?
so good though.
Yeah, 100%, man. I mean, it's a good thing that you shared out there, but for that community player, so I was a bit dubious about joining it, but then, as you said, there's some clinking tunes on there, absolutely
Yeah.
fantastic
Yeah,
tunes.
yeah. If any of you don't know it, then I'll. Oh, good. Are you? I thought you were part of it. It's so broad. I mean, it is. I know at least for me, I've added everything from like Hamilton soundtrack, Gangsta's Paradise, Disney tunes, Taylor Swift, like
Oh,
death
cool.
metal too. Like there's some crazy stuff on there. Um, yeah, I'll like repost that because I actually love the fact. I mean, I think we've got like 15 people adding to it, and it's actually really cool.
Yeah, so
Nice.
for people that don't know, Brooke get bored listening to the same five tunes that she loves since she was a girl. So she started up a Spotify playlist, and you can join it. You can add tunes,
Yeah,
and it's just Brooks. It's just for like listening when you're doing your fluffy crack,
yeah,
or even just chilling out. You don't need to be painting plastic to be listening to it. And
yeah.
you can add tunes. I've added Backstreet Boys and
Oh yeah, that's on
a,
there. Yeah,
a few
Cher,
other banging
I've got some
tunes.
Cher on there too. Some ABBA.
Yeah,
Some good
some
stuff on
absolutely
there.
some brilliant tunes on it. And if you're looking for a new playlist, and you might come across something new that you like, definitely check it out, man.
Yeah. And especially, you
Especially,
added some good stuff on there. You added some nice Scottish music to there.
that's what I was about to say. Especially people that from bands that you don't know, that you probably never heard of, like The View, and you probably heard of the Fratellis. But there's like The View, a band called The View that nobody's probably heard of, which is a band from Dundee. They were big in Scotland, but they kind of never broke out because they had a few addiction problems within the band, and they kind of got the American tour cancelled. But yeah, like there's some people adding like their own regional music is absolutely fantastic as well.
So good.
I might take a Punjabi MC because I do like that tune, and there's a few Indian tunes that I do actually like. I'm gonna add on there as well.
I know I liked was it Chelsea Wolf?
Oh yeah.
Good.
It
was different, but it was good.
I only get into her, and this is all through somebody making up a Dark Souls playlist, and then I just fell in love with her. It's such a different sound from an artist I'd never heard of from the States, and I'm hoping that I think I'm going to see her in February. I think she's in Dublin in February, so I'm going to try and see her. It's quite ethereal music that she plays, but man, like
it's good. It's really good. Yeah. What else was there? Stevie Nicks. Oh man, yeah. No, saying my music taste is all over the place.
So I was looking on your page earlier on, Jan, and you posted up saying that you were sober for a while there. Are you still sober? And how's your journey going with that?
So I did that for a while because of health reasons, but now I'm good on my list of healthy style. So I have gone back to having an occasional drink once in a while. So I do have like the occasional like a hobgoblin drink, the ales and stuff.
Yep.
I'll have either like 2 bottles and just chill and watch some movie or something. Nothing too like not back in like my youth days where it would be about 17 cans of drinks or pints or something like that.
I mean, I was off the drink there for about a year and a half. Me and the missus both had I think we put it back to lockdown. Where it was like you had nothing to do. Like I was still able to work from home, but boredom set in, and you couldn't really walk anywhere. It wasn't 5 kilometres outside your area here in Ireland anyway. So you basically just turned to like drinking. So
pretty much.
Was that part of the reason that you came off it? Because you felt as though you did such a lot of drinking in that 2-year period that for your own body you just needed that mental health break from it as well as that kind of physical break from it as well.
Yeah, it was pretty much that. It was kind of just seeing where I was going, how much I was spending and stuff. I was like, oh god, I need to stop this. And I'm type 2 diabetic as well, so it was like causing problems. So I just cut it out straight away. I was cold turkey, and it was good. I lost a lot of weight and didn't miss it really. There was a lot of non-alcoholic drinks that were actually quite nice because they redone the formula of it and it tasted better than what you used to get.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same as well, but I'm Scottish, so I'm fucking tight as fuck, and I refuse to spend £4 on a bottle of fake beer or 20 quid on a bottle of fake gin. Like, what's the point? I might as well just
true. There was I think there was a cheap one I was drinking, but then they got famous and then they bring the price up, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that now.
Yeah.
But then nowadays it's like in pubs now. I went out with a friend and had a beer. And it came up to £14 for 2 pints, and I was having a mini heart attack, like, just seeing that. I was like, oh, God, I thought Warhammer was expensive. Drinking's more expensive now these days.
Yeah,
that's like
it really is, and that's for at least us being here in Qatar. We don't drink as much because one, it's a pain in the ass to get the licensing, the permits, like, to get the booze. But then, two, like, even getting cheap booze is expensive. And it's same like you guys talking about, like, right, I'm not going to pay $14 for, a freaking can of Budweiser. Like, absolutely.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, it's not that.
Yeah, so me and the missus, we don't drink in the house anymore. Like we've taken that kind of conscious step to not drink in the house, and we don't really go out in our local area. If we do go out, it would like we try and get away maybe once every month or two, and we'll have maybe a bit of a blowout. Like I took the missus, it was our wedding anniversary 2 weeks ago, and we went away for the night. And we had a great time, a few pints, a nice bite to eat, and then home. Do you know what I mean? And you feel better. You feel better in the morning. You don't have that. Have that. If you're drinking heavily Friday, Saturday, maybe a few drinks Sunday,
you feel pretty groggy.
Wednesday, you're starting to feel your normal self, and then come Friday, you're back on it. So I think I needed that for myself. And especially for the whole mental health thing, like men do need to speak up more about stuff. Like we've all lost people through their demons, through being military or just like personal stuff. Like it's always good to talk, and it's a problem halved is a problem shared, as they say. And if you do chat, you know what I mean, your pal could be going through that. Your pal could be going through that same issue as well. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Do you and your mates speak quite a lot now, like with the whole West manning up stuff now? Like me, my mates speak a wee bit more openly about feelings. Do you find that your mates do that with you now?
No, I mean my friends, they don't really. I've got a small group of friends, and they hardly will ever say anything like "oh man up" or anything like that. I know them too well to say that they don't believe in that crap. They're not like like Andrew Tate type people kind of thing. That macho bullshit. It's not like, you know, we're more logical. We think before those action kind of thing. So it's a matter of like, if they know something's wrong with you, they'll ask like, what's wrong, or like how's like life treating you and shit like that, more than like man up and deal with this kind of thing. I mean, it is like with the mental health nowadays. You see how it does. Everyone's dealing with their own personal battles and stuff like that, and it does like, I mean, like I could say one of mine and it'll be like a silly thing, but then it's personally attacking me kind of. But then like to someone else, they'll be like, oh, I could deal with that now, but then they tell me something of theirs, and I'll be like, oh, I can deal with that as well. It's like, so it's the end. It's our own battles that we deal with, and it's the support we get from others that helps us in like even like from doing a hobby to just seeing a friend or just kind words from a stranger, stuff like that. So,
yeah, exactly. Like reach out to people and just being honest with yourself as well, and being comfortable with yourself, I think, is a big factor.
exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Right, so I need to head because I've got a miniature tyrannid next door destroying my life right now, so I need to go and do grandparent duties. For people that don't know you, where can they find you? Is there anything you want to shout out about? Any projects or anything you want to tell people about or anything like that?
No, I'm on, basically, the only platform I'm on is Instagram. I do go on Discord, but I'm not big on there at the moment. Or like, I mean, I only go there to chat to people a bit through like hobbies and stuff. But yeah, my most main thing is just the Instagram at the moment. So.
Cool. And if you get any more, I know you're at Salute earlier on in the year, do you have any other conventions that you're thinking of going to?
So it will be, I want to go to Comic-Con in October, see some friends, and then probably next year, hoping that Salute and another, I think, is it what was the other gaming con?
DriftCon?
Which one?
DriftCon?
Probably one of those. Yeah, just go to a few more gaming cons and stuff like that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Great. So thanks again for coming on, Brooke.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for co-hosting. You're much better talker than Casey. Don't tell my wife I said that, or Casey. Do you have any parting words of wisdom before we go?
Me or?
Well, yeah, you're the guest of honor. Come on, what you got?
So my thing is always never judge yourself on your models. Always learn from your progress, and progress leads to progression. And then same as like just keep doing what you enjoy.
Very cool. Well, I look forward to following your Instagram and seeing the chaos, the bow down to the chaos camp.
And I'm looking forward. And I'm looking forward to seeing the stormtroopers and.
I can't wait for this to start this project.
Yeah.
The stormtrooper Tyranids, but arachnids. That's basically what they are. Yeah, folks, thanks for joining us this week. We'll be back next week with Kate Paints Warhammer, or Kate Loves Warhammer, or
Kate Tries Warhammer.
Yeah, that's who it is. We've got her on next week. Brooke, thanks again for coming on.
Thanks
folks. We'll see you next week.
See you guys next week.
Bye.